Grace, what do you think about social media? Quite frankly, I feel like it's ruining our generation. Can you see what people are doing on social media? It's all about fake lives and unrealistic expectations. Caris, that is not true. Social media is such a powerful tool. I mean, see all the positive impact that social media have created. It connects people, it creates awareness, and even starts movement. So why would you even say that? Grace, yes, there are positive things about social media, but I feel like the negative far outweighs all the positive things. People have become depressed, anxious, insecure because they are constantly comparing themselves with these impossible standards. Don't you get it? Caris, but that's not social media's fault now. It's how people choose to use social media. If you're telling me that there is no control on social media, you have a point there. But I mean, that's a story for another day, okay? You as an adult, if you're following an account that is uninspiring and makes you feel bad about yourself, nobody's forcing you to follow them. You can simply unfollow, right? Meanwhile, there are several accounts out there that are worthy of following. I mean, is it the educational one or the support groups or the inspirational ones? How about the positive role models? So we have all of this in the mix, and yet you choose to follow the bad ones and then you blame it on social media. How does that make sense? Grace, you see, that is the problem. I mean, it's not everybody that is strong enough to avoid bad stuff. How about the teenagers? I mean, they are so vulnerable to what they see on social media. It's like creating a culture of validation through follows and likes. It's not healthy for anyone. Don't you see it? Caris, I agree there's a lot of pressure, but it's not all bad. Things have gained so much traction, all thanks to social media. In regards to teens, 18, 19, I can understand why they have to be on social media. But how about 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? That is so on their parent now. Their parents have to be on top of that. Whatever the outcome is so on their parents. But as an adult, you agree with me that social media has given you a voice. I mean, it's thrown so much light to topics like mental health, activism, sport, current affairs, right? So why are you so opposed to social media? Grace, I'm not saying that those things are not important. But for every positive movement, there is a flood of toxic content. Cyberbullying, misinformation, shallow influences. How can you ignore that? Caris, I am not ignoring that, okay? It's all about creating balance. In life, there's always the good and the bad. But we can't throw away the good because of the bad and then blame it on the platform. I guess what we have to do is start educating people on how to use social media responsibly. Easier said than done, really. But nobody's going to change just because you said so. Nobody listens to anybody on social media these days. For real. Also, the platform actually is created, to get people addicted. That's what the platform is created for. You could literally be on social media from morning to night and not get anything done because you're scrolling endlessly with endless notifications. So how positive is that? No, you tell me. Caris, I know that social media is addictive by nature, but doesn't that mean that we need more mindful users? We can't just sit back now and say that social media is the problem, the platform is the problem, when we don't take responsibility for our actions on how we use social media. I mean, it's all about moderation, setting boundaries, and knowing when to step back. Do you know how many people are making money from social media? Do you know how many people are empowered through social media? And here you are just highlighting the negative part of social media. Well, Grace, I still feel like the negative far outweighs the positives, all right? Because, I mean, there is no accountability on social media. Anybody can just wake up and drag you. One moment they're celebrating you. They just make a slight mistake and they are all against you. The same people that celebrated you are the same people that are going to drag you. Like, there's no regulation, no accountability at all. So I feel like it's too negative. Yeah.